Hello everyone and welcome to day 5 of my 12-day Facebook Live video challenge. Back on day 2, I talked about all the things I accomplished this year. And one specifically was that I had wrote a chapter in a book. And I shared that at the beginning of this year, I struggled to even find the words for a simple social media post. And I have it in my goals for next year to write an entire book. And the reason why this is such a big accomplishment for me is because when I was 5 years old, I was told I had a learning disability. And so I grew up thinking that I wasn't as smart as everyone else. And I remember when I had to read silently, I struggled to comprehend what I was reading. And I would have to read out loud for me to understand, for me to hear the words and comprehend the information I was reading. And because I thought that I was the only one who read that way, I decided that I didn't like to read because I didn't want to be the only person having to read out loud. And because I didn't like to read, I thought I wasn't a good writer. And in school, I struggled to find the words when I was writing a report. I would have a hard time meeting the minimum requirements of words in a report. 2 years ago, I learned that I never had a learning disability, and that it was the way I learn and the way I process information. It wasn't being told to me in a way that made sense to me. And when I realized that, I decided to release that label of having a learning disability and not being as smart as everyone else. And I decided to release the label of not being a good reader. And I decided to release the label of not being a good writer. And 2 years ago, I didn't read any books that year. Last year, I read 3 or 4 books in the whole entire year. And this year, I've read more than 15 books. And I've realized that I love to read books. And in my chapter, I wrote more than 2,000 words. I went just over the maximum amount for the requirement of the book. And I'm realizing this year that I also love to write. So my message to you is that if you have ever given yourself a label, or maybe someone else gave you the label, that you have the choice to decide when you want to release that label and when you want to realize and accept that it's no longer the truth and it no longer serves you. Thank you so much for watching and for your support. Remember to look for my videos over the next 7 days. And I will see you all tomorrow.